Hey guys, my name is Darenk and welcome to the third episode of my Beorning tutorial series. Today we're going to talk about trait lines, and especially the DPS, the damage trait line, the claw, because that's the one most people will walk around with. So red is DPS, we have the hide, which is the tanking, and then the raw, which is support, healing. We're going to talk about those in the next episodes. Alright, so let's see what we'll get from the claw. Consumes wrath to deal crushing damage. We will gain 2 skills called bash, which its main usage is to put on a significant bleed. We're gonna get expose, which has the nice debuff, minus 40% target's mitigations. That debuff only counts for yourself, and it adds 10 to wrath. So you want to basically hit that before doing any big damage skills. And also we get Bestial Fury. Whenever you critical hit with skills, you gain +3 wrath, which is nice, especially once we're already in bear, where we do the most damage. We can stay in it longer. Let's look at what other skills we get. The Flayer of Evil, 30% more damage in bear form, very nice. We get Battleborn. When we switch into bear, our expose weakness buff will refresh. Remember, expose is minus 40% mitigations, so that's nice. It's only 8 seconds. I wish there was a legacy to increase that, but there's not. And also we deal 25% critical, more critical damage. That's always active. Sharpened Claws. After using Ferocious Roar, your next attack will critical hit. So Ferocious Roar is one of your basic wrath builders. Really nice, you can critical hit after that. I like to use that with Biting Edge and basically a crit on all my AoE attacks. We get Brutal Energy. Re-enters Mountain deals its damage in half the time it did previously, very nice. It's the only AoE attack while in bear form if you claw trade it. So you can deal the same damage in half the time, you don't stand around for... Right now it is... what is it? 8 seconds. So now you do all the damage in 4 seconds. It's really nice. Feastring Wounds, so you get more bash bleed pulses. It's good. I mean, especially if you're planning on going into the Moors, extra bleeds are always good. So instead of 18 seconds, it will be 2 extra pulses. We got a warband here that we can accept for now. Raining Blows. Each hit or thrash increases damage by 5%, stacking up to 3 times. Really nice. So thrash is gonna be your basic hit skill anyway. So every time you hit it, you do 5% more damage, up to 15%. Pretty nice. And then last, we gain 3% critical chance for every 20 wrath. It's not that great, but if you're up to 100 when you go into the bear form the first time, I mean, you're gonna get your full... Well, you probably switch down to the 4, so 4 times 3, 12% critical chance. That is significant, but you're gonna lose that fast. But so it's a nice little thing. Not so powerful. Alright, so we're gonna choose Spec 2, the Claw. I have 72 out of 74 points, mainly because I don't have my promotion points 2 yet for the big battles. And I don't have the stand for the Bracing Raw done yet. I got it relatively late and has that half an hour cooldown. It's pretty annoying. Alright, so let's look over all the traits. We have Flash Damage. As I said, it's your main DPS skill. You will want to put in all your 5 points for 15% more damage. Increase your critical chance. It's a no-brainer too. You want to have a high critical chance of your DPS. Any advantage, your slam will heal if you attack from behind. Well, if you DPS and you have a tank, you probably attack from behind a lot and you can heal yourself. I've seen it heal for up to 2700 if you crit. So I think it's a must-have too. And slam only has a 3-second cooldown, so you can heal yourself. If you fight a boss with AoE damage, you can heal yourself pretty significantly and make life for your healer easier. Bleed damage. Slash now applies a bleed of 100, 166. I mean, that's not significant. Slash is one of your major skills, but I don't know if that's necessary. The 20% bleed damage is good, especially if you get the bleed on biting edge. So I use it, or if you go in the Maws, I would use it as well. Enrage and Sacrifice. So Sacrifice is something you can only use in bear form, and while it's active, 60%. It will change once I use it. Oh yeah, it will change to 55% damage redirected, or 45 actually. But every time your target is hit, you gain Wrath. So what you can do is, if you have a fellow Beorning, you can like have him on one side, you on the other side. You put in a Sacrifice. You take some of his damage, and you can heal that damage with Slam pretty easy. So that's nice to help out your tank. So only activate it if needed, if he needs help, because you will take damage while this is active. Okay, and then Execute, absolute must-have. Execute is a very high hitting skill. The problem is only usable on targets below 30%, which we can change. Let's go down the line. We put in the 2 points here. We have plus 20% execute health threshold, so now we can use it at 50%. It does a lot of damage, but the problem is it will consume all your Wrath. So only use it like when you already have 0 Wrath, or you're about to switch back into man form, then you can use it. Or later on, once we go down here far enough, you will actually get free executes 20% of the time you hit with a bear skill. And you deal 30% more execute damage. So that's nice. So you get free executes that you can use at any time, even if they have more than 50% health, and they don't cost any Wrath. And you hit, for 27, 30k with this skill. Absolute master. And I think I will make a video right after this where I can show like skill rotations and stuff. Okay, Lumber. Using Rush and Bear Form causes your next attack to knock down your target. It's very nice. I would always use that, especially in the malls or anything. The Rush makes you run really fast, and then if you're in Bear, you will also, knock down your target, interrupt any skills. Pretty nice. Turn the Tides. Nature's Vengeance now deals damage to target for every corruption it removes. I don't like it. It's a lot of damage. I mean, if you remove 3 corruptions for 500 to 600 damage, or potentially 1000 to 1200 damage. It's nice, it's very situational. If you're in Moria, I would probably use it for the time you're in Moria, because there's a lot of corruptions, but outside of Moria, not worth it, I think. There are better skills that you can put your trade points in. But it's situational. If you deal a lot of corruptions, it's gonna be a nice skill. I don't know what the cooldown is on it. Is it Vicious Claws? Nature's Vengeance. Oh, 8-second cooldown, so that's pretty good. As I said, it's very situational. Extra melee damage all the time. Absolute must have if you go DPS. Biting Edge, it loses its second attack, but deals its damage as bleed over 12 seconds. And since we have plus 20% bleed damage here, and if we do this, we get plus 100% bleed damage, so you actually deal more damage. It's damage over time. Again, it's nice in the Maws. So now our... It hasn't updated yet. But now we deal that damage over time. It's nice in the Maws, so stuff runs around a lot. I like it, because we increase our damage by 120% basically. These. Minus 12% physical mitigation debuff, must have for me again. So now when we hit with the bees, we will not only do the damage and the damage over time, we will also decrease the physical mitigations of our enemies by 15% overall. And that goes for the whole group. So if you're in a 6-man, everybody who does physical damage will do 15% more damage. Really nice. I think must have. Moment of Opportunity, that's when our executes, we get the free executes and get 30% more damage. Really nice as well. Composure. So right now our heal Hearten will heal us for 527 and 390 to 557 morale every 1 second. Once we switch it to here, it will actually heal us for 5% of our max morale. Right now I'm at 22,000, so it will heal us, 10% would be 2,200, so it will heal us for, 1,100 every second. So that's it doubles the heal. So that's really nice. Definitely would use it, especially once you hit the higher hit points. It does not stack with Improved Hearten over here. I tried it out, you don't get that extra heal. It also does not stack with your legendary item. You have Hearten Heal Strength. It does not stack with that either. It helps, the healing potency will stack, the tactical healing rate, your tactical mastery, but that will not help, so don't put any points in here. I don't know if they will fix that, if that's intended or not. It's a bug, we'll see. But still, it's still better than the normal Hearten. But it will only go on you. So you cannot heal other people anymore. Hopefully you won't have to, but that's something to remember. And then the last one is Call to Wild. Absolute must-have. Skill that build Wrath generates an additional +5. And skills that cost Wrath cost -5. So your Thrash will be free. Swarm will only cost 5, so you can stay longer in Bear, which is what you want to do. Cooldown is 2 minutes, but it lasts for 25 seconds at least. Alright, so we have 26 points left over, so we're gonna have to think about how we want to use them. I really like getting Hardened Heart. And what it does is, every time you use Hearten or Composure, you will gain +2 Wrath every second, and if you get it up to rank 3, you will actually get +6 Wrath every second for 5 seconds. So after you use your heal, within 5 seconds you will get 30 Wrath. So this will build up your Wrath a lot, really fast, which means you can go back into Bear or go into Bear and do more damage. Really, really nice. Anything else up here really does not help any DPS. I mean, maybe the slam damage, but the reflect duration doesn't really help. The in harm's way, you don't want to really produce extra threat. You might want to have more vitality. You don't want Biting Edge to become an AoE, a taunt, sorry. So anything else in here I didn't like. So if you go in the yellow line, they have a few skills that are really nice. The Stampede would be nice. Get more rush duration and put it to the whole group. And also the takedown, where you actually can start a CJ. So this would be nice as well as on a damage dealer. With a 20-second cooldown, so every 20 seconds you could start a CJ. Really nice. I mean, I remember when the burglar CJs had like a 5-minute cooldown. But everything to the way up there is not that great. Outgoing healing modifier. Okay, it will help your composure, but it's only lasting for 8 seconds. Raging Blow will not help you at all. It only helps if you have the support, the Mark of the Grim Beorn, which you won't have. So all it would do is increase Vicious Claw damage, which probably won't use anyway. And you can increase your Fate. So I'm going with the Fate because I really want that takedown. I'm just going with the Fate. The next thing you can choose from is Improve Hearten. Doesn't help us. Composure doesn't get increased heal from this. So I would go with, reduces the Wrath cost of your next heal by 50 or 100%. So your Hearten will, it will be free, and it will generate the Wrath once we update this. And this is only active after you use Ferocious Roar, which you're gonna use a lot, I hope. We still need more points. We need 2 more points. So I would just put it in here. Oh, we need 3 more, huh? Okay, I would just put it in here. Because the other 2 are totally useless. And then once I get up to 74, I can probably take the takedown or the rush duration and the rush the whole group. This might be more useful in the malls, but takedown is pretty nice too. You want to, you can also put the enraging sacrifice out and put it right in here. That's something to play around with. But this is the build I go with. As I said, once I get to 74 points, I would go up here to takedown. Let's apply this. Takes a second. Okay. So now all our skills have updated. We have the Call to Wild. We have Bash, which now shows 900 to 1300 damage every 3 seconds for 27 seconds, which is pretty nice. We have Ferocious Roar, we crit, and our heal is reduced by 100%. Our heal now shows produce 6 wrath every 1 second for 5 seconds. Let's do this. And see, it heals me for 1400, and you can see it builds my wrath. I mean, I'm losing wrath because I'm not in combat, but that is really nice. Absolute must-have. You can see our Bee Swarm reduces physical mitigation by 15%. Biting Edge now has a bleed. Well, we already had Expose before. Slam will heal now. What else did we change? Oh, that Thrash will increase damage by 5% for 12 seconds, and we can refresh this up to 15. And I think that's all that. Well, and the sacrifice incoming damage that is redirected is 45% instead of 60. Alright. So this is how I would skill if you go damage. And then in the next video I will just, go in this camp here and show some skill rotations that I found out to be pretty decent. So thank you for watching, and obviously stick around for the next episode. Hit the like button if you like this content, and consider subscribing if you want to see more. Thank you very much.